Welcome to Creating the Future. The next 2 days we'll be looking at the future of the Topeka plant, and we're most pleased that you could join us and participate and help us with that.
These top executives from many different industries are all engaged in welcoming speeches. It's a familiar scene, repeated hundreds of times every day.
Looking out at over 200 faces of people that are representing every aspect of our patient care delivery across the system, but also from a patient, community, vendor, payer standpoint. And to bring all of this talent together to help us create our future is really, really exciting.
However, they have something else in common. Each has chosen to involve a broad cross-section of their company's stakeholders in an extraordinary action planning meeting called a future search.
The structure that we have chosen for this particular meeting, I believe, is a first in our industry. We are, by design, have all of the major stakeholders represented in this room, all the way from our customers, our dealers, suppliers, and every major function within the Hayworth organization.
The experience of dialogue, creativity, and commitment to follow-up will be like no meeting they have ever had before.
What we co-created back in 1988 has pretty much come to pass. As I recall, we predicted the company would, in 1993, would be 23 stores and 225 million in sales. We are at 23 stores and 225 million. So I think that's a pretty good prediction. All I'm wondering now is why we didn't go higher.
What you are about to see is typical of future searches run by Future Search Alliance members all over the world. The Topeka pet food plant chose Future Search as a way to review and renew its commitment to a 20-year history of team-based management at a point where the vitality of the system was being questioned.
This conference is like seeing a dream come true. Wanting so badly to see this organization revitalize itself and become better than it is.
Innova, a Virginia-based for-profit health system, used Future Search to create an innovative patient care delivery system focused on high-quality, rapid service and patient satisfaction.
It was just a wonderful feeling to think that this many people are committed to looking to the future to help Innova become a better place.
Advanta is one of the nation's fastest-growing mortgage lenders and leasing organizations. Future Search became a key strategic step in integrating diverse businesses into one Advanta.
Having gone through the last 2 days, I see no fewer than 10 action plans that are actionable. I think that will make a difference for Advanta long term.
Hayworth Corporation, the international office furniture manufacturer, used Future Search to integrate quality practices into every aspect of its business, reorganizing functions, building new links to customers and suppliers, and diversifying the workforce. Whole Foods Market, the world's largest natural food supermarket company, has used Future Search every 5 years to reinforce a shared umbrella of values and practices among its growing family of businesses, and to strengthen relationships across all regions.
We have actualized several of the main goals that we created for ourselves back in 1988 that at the time we thought were pipe dreams. Well, here we are 5 years later, and we have exceeded what we thought were pipe dreams. So for us to be sitting here now creating where we're going to be in the next 5 years, it's very exciting for me because I have a very real sense in my life that it is possible.
A major benefit of Future Search is productive collaboration across boundaries of function, role, geography, gender, race, class, ethnicity, even language. The process has enabled thousands of people to transform their capability for action and sustained cooperation.
The real power in this process is really bringing the diverse constituents together. Getting board members, customers, vendors, team members, executives together in one room working on a common project is really a pretty dramatic, dynamic process.
Future Search is not for business alone. It has been used with equal success by the Inuit of the Arctic, Native Hawaiians, and Native Americans in inner cities across the United States, in Bangladesh, Canada, Great Britain, Germany, India, Mexico, and South Africa, by the U.S. Army and many government agencies. It is especially useful in situations where the future is uncertain and people have more to gain by cooperating than by working alone. The Inter-American Development Bank, owned by 40 nations, created a plan for stronger partnerships between corporate staff and field offices that is being implemented now throughout the Americas. Santa Cruz County, California citizens created a series of action plans to enable affordable housing for more residents and for major economic development and employment initiatives in the county's poorest areas. Roxbury, Massachusetts brought together citizens from many ethnic and economic backgrounds to plan cooperative efforts for supporting small businesses, involving young people, informing and registering voters, and rebuilding community spirit.
I think it's interesting when people get together that they discover how much they have in common. And it goes across racial, ethnic, and cultural barriers.
One of the things that I see this meeting offering really is an opportunity to connect and an opportunity for us to buy into each other's vision so that we move forward together.
Ko'olauloa, a district of 7 small towns on the north shore of Oahu, Hawaii, has made major strides in translating Hawaiian values based on mind, body, spirit into practical programs in daycare, education, and healthcare. Future Search is based on 4 principles that enable people to act together on common ground. The first is getting the whole system in the room. That means including people with a stake in the purpose who don't usually meet. The second is thinking globally, acting locally, helping participants talk about the same world. The third is focusing on the future and common ground, treating problems and conflicts as information rather than action items. The fourth principle has people managing their own conversations and taking responsibility for action. A future search involves 50 to 70 people. Parallel sessions can be run to involve more. The usual time frame is 4 half-day sessions spread over 3 days. There are 5 stages: the past, the present, the future, discovering common ground, and action planning. The keys to success are few. The most important is choosing the right task, one where cooperative action is vital and no consensus exists on what to do. The second is finding participants who believe the task matters and have among them the resources to act if they wish. A third is choosing to meet under healthy conditions. A fourth is being realistic about how long it takes for key issues to be expressed, trust to build, and creative actions to emerge. It's a mistake to imagine that extraordinary results can be had cutting corners on the task, participants, and timeframes. Under the right conditions, future search follow-up activities often go for months or years. The procedures most often used to assure follow-up are newsletters, review meetings, and the Internet. These simple procedures that anyone can undertake have been combined in many creative ways to sustain energy and action. Working together on common ground leads diverse people to a new experience of what is possible in human affairs. We invite you to explore with the Future Search Alliance how we can help you define the question, involve the right people, build trust, and develop effective action plans.
I've not been in a 2.5-day period and heard so many great ideas expressed in such a variety of clever and articulate ways. I don't know what benchmarks you might use, but by my lights, this is the most useful, tangible, actionable output that I've ever seen. And I've been to my share of these conferences over 35 years.